One Love and Wellness. Love. Can you hear me now? Ooh, I've been saying a whole lot. That's why you said what you talking about. I see that. Okay, so we going back to the beginning because I don't know where I left off. Who did that? Somebody did that. I didn't do that. One love and wellness. Ashe, Ashe family. We'll figure this all out together, but I will recap very quickly to say this. What we learned in the Bible, what we learned in Christianity, a lot of that, what I'm seeing, the things that don't mess with magic, don't mess with cards or cardology, tarots, and things like that, mystics, don't mess with magic. Astrology, don't mess with astrology. Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm thinking that we need to reassess. Like if Puff the Magic Dragon was introduced as an altar boy to this kind of magic, to that's what the Catholic Church was doing. They were doing magic. So if Puff the Magic Dragon got introduced to it at a young age, and I want to say that, any of those boys clubs, a lot of the secret societies, they mess with that kind of stuff. So, even the underworld, let's just say, I don't know, like Scarface kind of people, like that kind of stuff. Like, I know that they are aware of, all kinds of energetic influences that are, layered and and, I know when we have these events, like these football games, like, when the Super Bowl comes, the dome is shaped just like the Coliseum. And, all these things happen as far as cosmologically. There are a lot of events that happen that they are, those focused energies, zones, those Coliseums, they send that column of light up, you know, column C. Mm. That's sad. But no, we are energizing. We are batteries, just like in the army and I'm sorry, just like in the militaries. Militaries, have batteries, right? So a battery of questions, energized, high, like, you know, um, cells, refinement detention centers cells, those things are, and it's all this iron and all this metal, and so it's the whole thing is a conductor. And so, and I don't know what the head person in charge's name. I know it begins with a W, but that name itself, beginning with a W, I'm certain carries a certain amount of energy. Like, I'm just telling you, I could study. I feel like I am the book. I could go, read what other people are writing. I do listen to a few other channels here and there, but I'm experiencing what I experience, and I'm sharing my experience. So how about that? Because I've been most of the stuff that I'm talking about, I've been there, done that, seen it, been a part of it, and trying to write my book about it, or just share my book, share my information. No big thing. Just, my grandma invented mambo sauce. My granddad was the manager of Ike and Tina Turner. I've lived a charmed life. Um, done pretty well as far as education was a big thing in my family. One of my aunts worked at the White House, and she started the Head Start program. My aunt Peaches, she started the Head Start program at the White House. I got uncles that we have schools and roads and buildings and stuff named after us. So I'm trying to tell you, I've enjoyed a wonderful life. And if I don't have anything left to do on my life's mission or on my quest, I feel as though I've had a wonderful, wonderful ride. So, One Love and Wellness, hope that gave you some insights for the part that you could hear. I may have to slice and dice that bad boy up to, but they've been pulling my videos. There are 3 videos that are not up for reasons of how they've been, how the powers that at be have decided to handle the kind of information that I seem to be wanting to uh, connect with. What's coming to me, what I'm sharing with you. It's everything that to do with my downloads. I don't know if I even shared with you about the fact that I have had, and that's not too long ago, a dream about dreaming. And while I was in my dream dreaming, I woke up and I recognized that I was dreaming, but I was still in my dream, dreaming about me dreaming in the dream. And I felt myself wake up out of that dream. So, hey, it's a lot going on with this vessel. This vessel is just trying to live a positive, peaceful, progressive, happy life. Heart happy hour started after my pops passed. His wife is the one who taught me, his second wife is the one who taught me how, she gave me books like The Art of Healing and Back to Eden, and some books on, you know, health and wealth and wisdom. Taught me piano as well. But she taught me mental telepathy. And, so she had that connection with her sons, each of her sons. I'm the only girl. But his first wife, my mom, she did the astrology, and although I've been through divinity school, been through about three different ones of those. um and met, what's his name, Paramahansa Yogananda Paramahansa, I think that's what his name is. So in the book, The Autobiography of a Yogi, yeah, so I met him in a dream, and he gave me these tasks to do, challenged me on each task. And in the dream, I was elevated each time I passed. He'd show me something that I'd have to do it or respond to it. He'd show me something, I'd have to respond to it. So each time that I measured up to what he's trying to level me up to on my third level, he rewarded me a tricolored metal, which was a necklace. And I brought it back with me from the other side of the dream, which is why when, and in my dreams, I have flown on the outside of airplanes, like, stood on the nose of the airplane and was like guiding it. But I've also stood still and elevated straight up. But I had to work up to that. I had to go to the top of a house or top of a stairway. I started with stairs. I started with a double step, so it had a landing, and then I was able to jump down, and then I was able to jump straight, fly down, and then I was able to be on a house, and then from there, learn different ways to run and jump. Or now I am able to just, you know, will myself up, or start from standing still. So, but anyway, I've said a lot today. This is season 6. I just keep saying, season 6, Heart Happy Hour, Love plus Art equals Wellness, Precious Mother Love, just sharing, no big, no revelations that, I wrote down and wanted to share in advance. Just wanted to catch you up with where I am, which is that thing, that Bible that we're being, that for that mass mind control, you got to be careful with the pieces and the parts, the elements, because just like in cardiology, how things change as things are needed for the purpose of what the energy is right now, what the playing field is right now. There are things that we are to take into consideration, that certain things will and won't apply at certain times. I guess that's what I'm going to say about that, because, the fact is that if the coccyx bone is that activation, then and we both have, male and female have a coccyx bone. Why would we waste the male's coccyx bone if the female coccyx bone has it? Now, the portal that the birth canal, that's a vortex. But so, and I always say, this is my thought, it's an exit, not an entrance, on a man and on the woman. But so you have I'm having to change my thinking, my thoughts, my way of looking at energy and how it is received and gotten and transferred. And so, if a woman and man are united in the way for consummation, for copulation, for, let's just say, missionary, that is, supposedly in remembrance of when we were one, and activates a certain energy as well as that connection. So what does that connection do for, for the exit to have any impact other than that for the coccyx bone? Like what of that? Like the spleen, does the spleen have something to do with it? I mean, that is in a very volatile area, in that area that supposedly has a lot to do with the cleansing of, and the blood has a lot of the, has certain, like it does have the, it is the, the plasma. So, and plasma has something to do with, and I can't say that I have yet confirmed what my agreement is to this, but the Christos, which is the plasma, which is supposedly part of what is our God connection, our God spark, has is through some of that. So, I'm just babbling and babbling, but I'm telling you, this is something that I really want to be able to come to grips with, because it's a struggle. It's been a hard struggle for me to, eventually I've gotten to the place where I've accepted alternative lifestyles. But at first I had a very, very, very hard time with that. I felt, a lot of the things, they used to put people in insane asylums for being that way. That was the guy on MASH, Klinger, is that his name? Was cross-dressing like that because of him, you know, getting his, being able to get out of his service. But then when you look back at like how they were demasculine, I don't know if you want to call it demasculizing, but how the cross dresser, how like Joe Namath did an advertisement one time for nylons, for stockings, and it really was a very how can I say, it changed minds about things. Oh, it's okay for a man to wear pink. Oh, it's okay for a man to wear stockings. Oh, it's okay for makeup, especially if you're in entertainment. It's okay, for them to have manicures and pedicures. It's okay for them to have long hair. It's sometimes hard when you're looking at the back of people, if you're looking at the long hair of it, because of how we dress. You might mistake someone who the silhouette is effeminate, but it could be a male when they turn around. So, in any case, One Love and Wellness, Love plus Art equals wellness. I think that's going to be it. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. That was a lot. That was enough, though. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Thank you for holding on and allowing me to be able to put that back into place. So hopefully they don't devour this one like they did the last two or three. How that went in. So uh get back to me, like, subscribe, and share. If you got any comments or updates, please be in touch with me. Happy full moon if I don't see you before tomorrow. Ashe, one love. Oh, that's another reason why I'm probably sitting here. Da, 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 dee, 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 ooh, sitting at the dock.